Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Good morning, Destiny. Good morning, cold world out there. It's a little chilly today. Wow, do we have a lot going on today? And we are getting, I know I promised you, and I'm working on it. I really am. I'm going to show you in the second hour the best I can. I'm working on the studio. There's different things happening, okay? And I want to do it right. So I picked up a little piece of art. In my world, it's art, okay? The other night, Friday night, went over to Lumpkin County to the annual Chamber of Commerce dinner. Really enjoyed it last Friday night. And I picked this up here. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if we can get it over here to where you can see it a little bit. Right there. Boom, 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 boom. See it from here, here. Okay, this is, I had to have it. It's the Rat Pack, okay? Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Jimmy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, and Joey Bishop. When asked, I love life. Gotta be careful. I love it. Hey, you know what? The good Lord decided when I the good Lord decided when I would roam the earth like a buffalo. Anyhow, but this right here is my dream time in life. Okay, the sands. All right, so let me put that away, and then we're going to have on the wall here. I better put this down here because if it tips over, it'll be a bad day. So we're going to put that down there. I hope you're still tuned in. I'm going to have a really big Trump flag hanging right here. I shouldn't have told you that. I should have just surprised you with it. Anyhow, go to the clock. Let's cue up the clock real quick, and then we'll come back. Cue up the clock. Let the people hear the clock run for a minute. You remember that clock? Okay. I hope that didn't get me in trouble. You know, you remember that? The clock on 24? Remember that? Mitch McConnell, you got 24 hours to state your case. 2 12-hour days. Do it. Go. 24 hours. It's like we're going to have 2 episodes of 24. I wonder if they'll bring Jack Bauer in. All the above. Okay. They are screaming foul, foul, foul. But here's where I want to go this morning, okay? I want to go to Richmond, Virginia. Now, some of you, look, let's go here. Number 34. Do you have that up? Can you get 34 up for? Is that ready? I know I said, okay. All right. Some of you, I was fortunate enough to be up at 5:30 this morning. Some of you don't like to get up at 5:30. And I watched this amazing speech by the President of the United States at the Davos, Switzerland Economic Summit, World Economic Forum. We'll play a little clip in a minute, not right now. America has gained over 7 million jobs. Let me say something and get this started. On the heels of this impeachment, on a day where at noon today, fools rush in. This man is standing on the world stage. You need to get a chance today if you did not at 5:30 because the media is not going to give it to you. And you need to find 30 minutes in your life to hear how much this man loves this country. Now, this guy gives a speech this morning. It was statesman, all right? Very statesman. He's on the world stage. The media always looks for our president of the United States to go overseas. Oh, my God, he's going overseas again. Oh, hell, damn. Can we not do something to keep him home, like impeach him and get rid of him? But he goes overseas. He's not in Wisconsin. He's not in Michigan. He's not in Louisiana. It's not a Trump rally. He's not on our soil. he goes and tells the world for 30 minutes how much he loves you, how much he loves this country, and why this country is thriving today, and why this country would like to invite the rest of the world to thrive and move along forward with us. Yes, he talked about the trade agreements. He talked about how many jobs millennials have gained in this economy. It was one of the most optimistic speeches. And we will have a clip on that later. But today starts the impeachment. But that's not where I'm going. I'm going to what I think is really important. Okay. Now give me number one. All right. Yesterday in Richmond, Virginia, it's Martin Luther King Day, MLK Day, and Virginia Governor Ralph Northam and the hashtag Deep State Corporate Corrupt Media together were doing everything they could to incite a riot yesterday. Why ABC, CBS, look at the crowds around Richmond. Give me number 2. Okay. All right, there we go. Give me number 3. We'll stay there for a minute, okay? Peaceful protest. Peaceful protest. The media is so upset this morning because of Virginia. They sent the satellite trucks. They booked rooms for their reporters. They put the whole thing together, and they got nothing at all. Nothing. Peaceful protest. They were staged everywhere, hoping why the media would see all of these men and women show up, and they had these big, rifles across their chest, and they had, all kinds of weapons strapped to them, and nothing happened. Nothing. You see, Ralph Northam, the Virginia governor, tried to incite a riot. They wanted a riot, okay? But nothing happened. Now, let me move to this, all right? Yesterday, what took place to me is the most important thing in America right now. Democrats continue to want to tell you they don't want to take your guns. That's a lie. They do, okay? They do. We know we don't want to live in a world where the only guns belong to the government. We don't want a world that the government, like Ruby Ridge, list goes on, where the government is picked to protect us. We can do our own protection. We can provide our own protection. But when I do interviews, if you are listening today and you are a candidate for sheriff anywhere in the United States, anytime I do an interview, I ask the candidate running for sheriff, will you be? Now, this is in the Wayback Machine. I mean, there's a lot of people, there's sheriffs today that will tell you when they were running for office, I asked this question. A lot of people wonder, why do you ask that? I've always asked this question, all right? If elected, will you be a constitutional sheriff? Always. They can tell you left and right, everyone that's ever sat down with me. Any candidate for sheriff in the future. Now, if you're out there and you're watching, and we are going to invite you to do an interview, I will ask you, will you be a constitutional sheriff? Absolutely. Because we want to know, you need to demand your sheriff is a constitutional sheriff. You're not asking anybody to riot. You're not asking anybody to turn on our government. Listen to me. You're not asking anybody to turn on your government. You want to know when your government turns on you. Okay? Where will your sheriff stand? Will he come and help take your guns? Let me show you number, I can't remember the guy's name. Let's go with number 5, okay? All right. Yesterday at the rally. All right. So we have yesterday at the rally, we support the Second Amendment. Look at those guys. We support the Second Amendment. Now, Destiny, you know the Twitter video number 4 where the guy, go to number 4. All right. This is the sheriff. All right. You know the video I'm looking for on this? If you do, with him right here saying he'll uphold the Second Amendment, will you run that video now if you know which one I'm talking about? I know it's a Twitter video or something like that, or maybe it's a YouTube. I don't know.
Or city or Commonwealth still be.
If the bills go through as proposed, they will not be enforced. They're unconstitutional. We support to uphold the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of Virginia, and that's what we'll do.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I don't think I've ever done this before, Destiny. Play that again. One more time. Play that again and then go back to his picture. Do it again if you can.
Or Commonwealth still be.
If the bills go through as proposed, they will not be enforced. They're unconstitutional. We support to uphold the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of Virginia, and that's what we'll do.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
He wasn't violent. His words were not in anger. This sheriff, Destiny, can you get his name? Can you get his name and text it to me, please? This sheriff says they're unconstitutional. He will not enforce them. Okay. He will not enforce them, and he will uphold the law. Let me ask you this morning. It's very important. You need to find out how your sheriff would answer that question. Period. All right. You need to find out how your sheriff would answer that question. And would you have a constitutional sheriff? Hold on, let me see if I have what I want. Okay. Richard Vaughn, looks like Richard Vaughn is the sheriff. I think Sheriff Richard Vaughn is the name. But anyhow, every time I interview, now you know why I have always asked a sheriff candidate, okay? A sheriff candidate, a candidate for sheriff, a sheriff candidate, a candidate for sheriff, okay, if they will be a constitutional sheriff. Now you know exactly why, what is happening right now, and what happened in Virginia yesterday. Now, before we get to what they tried to do, and it's disgusting, it's absolutely disgusting. You remember when, okay, the president of the United States, it seems like it's just a week ago or so, took out Soleimani, is that his name? This terrorist. And our State Department said we had intel of intimate danger, okay? It was going to happen within a week. We had intel that showed that they may attack our embassies, whatever. We had intel, right? Okay. Let's go to the video. Now, I'm going to tell you because they tried everything, all right? They want to lead you to believe in Virginia that what happened yesterday was from the governor. Give me Virginia governor declares state of emergency ahead of planned pro-gun rally. Give me that. It was about 1.5 minutes long.
Seeing threats of violence. We're seeing threats of armed confrontation and assault on our capital. But we have received credible intelligence from our law enforcement agencies that there are groups with malicious plans for the rally that is planned for Monday. This includes out-of-state militia groups and hate groups planning to travel from across the country to disrupt our democratic process with acts of violence. They are not coming to peacefully protest. They are coming to intimidate and to cause harm. State intelligence analysts have identified threats and violent rhetoric similar to what has been seen before other major events, such as Charlottesville. Let me be clear. These are considered credible, serious threats by our law enforcement agencies. This intelligence comes from mainstream channels, both offline and online, such as alternative dark web channels used by violent groups and white nationalists from outside Virginia. But no one wants another incident like the one we saw in Charlottesville in 2017. We will not allow that mayhem and violence to happen here.
So what he wants to lead you to believe is what took place yesterday is due to his leadership as a governor in Virginia as they acted on the so-called threats that they deterred. The media wants you to believe that the violence was averted yesterday, that they steered everything away from the violence, and they're the reason it was not violent, and they are the reason it was a peaceful protest. Not because gun owners are peaceful protesters, I guess, okay? Let's go to it now. Now listen to this. This is going to take another minute because I do not trust, obviously, the government in many ways. And remember, when we talk about a constitutional sheriff, I'm talking about one that will uphold the Constitution. I'm not advocating, just like yesterday, that we turn on the government. I want to know where your sheriff it will be when the government turns on you. And they're doing it in Virginia. They're turning on their people in Virginia, okay? And setting it up. It's, you know, Democrats don't want you to have your deer hunting rifle, as they claim. Let's go to the CBS report. Now, listen to this CBS report. It's a couple minutes long. I want to play this before we go to our first break.
The arrest of 3 alleged white supremacists is raising alarms ahead of a gun rights rally in Richmond, Virginia. The state's governor says there is credible intelligence of potential violence at Monday's event. Jeff Begayes is in Richmond outside of the Capitol. Jeff, who are these men?
Well, good morning here at the Capitol. You can see these temporary fences here behind me in place. They've been put in place for crowd control on Monday, a security measure just in case. The arrest of the 3 men, Michelle, is really feeding this narrative that there could be violence here on Monday. In fact, investigators say the 3 men were targeting the event as a way of spreading their hate-filled ideology. Images presented in court Thursday paint a picture of a group preparing for battle, long guns and some appearing to wear fatigues. One of the men, Patrick Matthews, is a Canadian Army veteran who is said to be an explosives expert. American Brian Lemley Jr. is an Army veteran who served in Iraq. The third suspect is American William Bilbrough. The men are alleged members of the Base, a neo-Nazi group that advocates violence against minorities while rallying around slogans like Save Your Race. Investigators allege the men had built a functioning assault rifle and had recently bought more than 1,500 rounds of ammunition. Attorney Robert Bonsib represents Bilbrough.
I was just appointed to represent this fine young man. He's a 19-year-old young man with no prior record.
The arrests only reinforce concerns. Monday's rally could be a repeat of what happened in Charlottesville in 2017 unless officials intervene. Governor Ralph Northam's temporary ban on all weapons near Capitol grounds withstood a legal challenge on Thursday. Monday's rally is related to new gun reforms proposed in Virginia's legislature, now controlled by Democrats for the first time in more than 2 decades, that include universal background checks and a once-a-month limit on handgun purchases. Are you concerned that it could escalate into something that you didn't expect?
It's always possible that that could happen.
Rally organizer Philip Van Cleve refuses to call off the event over the arrests.
We will not let them deter us or slow us down. We're trying to protect rights here.
In court, prosecutors said that one of the men talked about traveling to Ukraine to fight and compared the base to Al-Qaeda. Investigators also say the Canadian man who was arrested was here in this country illegally. Tony.
See what happens Monday. Jeff, thank you very much.
The Canadian man that was arrested is here in this country illegally. Well, it's interesting that all of a sudden it's important to report who's in this country illegally, right? Now, I want to play that for you for a reason, okay? They had to arrest some people out front. They felt, and I really truly think they felt that, you know, what if they show up and they're peaceful? Then we have to get out in front of a peaceful protest with the reason it was peaceful. Now, if it turned violent yesterday, well, obviously they would have everything they want. But who are these three men? Why were they tracking them? Were they using, now I'm not advocating, now let's be clear, I'll look in this camera and tell you, damn it, I'm not advocating Nazis now. You better not go out there and say I did or will or have. But what if the only thing these three men are guilty of is freedom of speech? What if? But no, they rounded them up. They got them right in time, okay? Right in time. And here is, you know, number 7, okay? Virginia 27, I'm sorry, number 27. Virginia gun rights rally ends peacefully. Peacefully. Damn. They found they're messed up. They found black people that had guns that support the Second Amendment. Virginia, we're going to stay on Virginia a little bit when we get back. We're not done with this. Do you have a constitutional sheriff? Is your county going to put up on their agenda a resolution to become a Second Amendment sanctuary county? Or are the candidates running for office to be your next sheriff? I'll throw it out there, Towns County, open seat. Will they say, I will be a constitutional sheriff? I'm not going, as law enforcement, I'm not going to advocate turning on the government, but I'm going to be on the side of the people when the government turn on them. Take a break. We'll be right back. We're going to talk a little more about this. Then we're going to get into that great speech the president gave, and then the 24 hours, and the clock is running on impeachment. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. We do have some things that we are getting the walls prepped with. I showed you something earlier. We will have a Trump flag. I do not endorse candidates, but I do support my president. So there you go. There you have it. It's cold outside. I'm your host, BKP, North Georgia's only live online morning show. You can text me, tell me how you feel. Now, they could not take yesterday. They tried everything to incite a rally, a riot. Now, some will be upset with some of the things I put on social media, but they did. Ralph Northam, through what I showed you earlier, the arrest of these three young men, which we don't know the background, they did everything they could to incite a riot yesterday. Now, the media is reporting, if you listen, I can't go into great detail because it's too strange. The media is reporting news on something that didn't happen. I mean, Ralph Northam to the liberal media is looking like a hero, the governor of Virginia, this morning, because he pulled Virginia back from the brink. He made some decisions on the state of emergency. And yesterday there was not another Charlottesville event. Everything happened yesterday was set up to incite a riot, and it didn't take place. Even before leaving, show that video. I think it's only like 10 seconds or something, but they even cleaned up before they left. Show that video really quick, the protesters.
Pick up the trash. We're going to put it right here in this bag. It's a birthday present for Ralph Northam. Yeah. All right. There we go. I got some over here. Thank you. Thank you. Put it in the bag.
So the state of Virginia is not going around the grounds this morning and picking up a bunch of trash. I didn't do it. Go to number 2. But you see the crowd. I'm hearing 22,000, 25,000. But the crowd yesterday were respectful. They're gun owners. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got shot. Nobody went to a school and unloaded on a school. I hate to put it that way. Nobody stormed the Capitol. Okay. The message they are missing is we will not have our Second Amendment rights diluted, watered down, or taken away. We will not. We will stand up to that. Also, we're not interested in attacking you. the government. We don't want to attack you. That's not what we're trying to do. That's not what happened yesterday. We were just clearly letting you know that if you take, we will civil disobedience. We're going to be civil, but we're going to be disobedient. If you take our rights away, we're not going to comply. You see, it's not us coming after you. And you got to be clear on that, okay? It's when you come after us, and that's what you're doing with your laws. Now, Virginia is an eye-opener of what's happening across this country. Now, yesterday, although 25,000 did not equal 800,000 or a million, but to me, what took place in Virginia is a clear signal. I'm going to step out and I'm going to do some early election results. And I'm going to put Virginia in the column for Donald Trump. I'm going to say the 10 people that did not vote last time and haven't voted in years decided they're just going to come on out and vote. So I am going to put Virginia in the column for Donald Trump now. I think what you see yesterday, I think the impeachment, I don't think any of it's playing well. The President of the United States is on the stage in Davos, Switzerland this morning, gave a 30-minute amazing speech about this country and what we are doing in this country and the amazing things that are happening in this country, and we will not stop. He gave an amazing speech about the trade deal with China, the USMCA. Let me go with the USMCA. First of all, there's a lot of controversy on it doesn't go far enough. It's not as good as for America as, you know, Trump and others would lead you to believe. Do you really stop to think what NAFTA did to this country, along with China and along with Japan? How many of you, by show of hands, how many of you were here the day the first Honda landed? Boom. Huh? How many? Right here. How many of you, were here when you watch all your factories? Okay. If you live in Blue Ridge, Georgia, and North Georgia up here, you watch Levi Strauss. If you meet somebody in there, I'm going to go 50s and over. Okay. In North Georgia and Blue Ridge that's from here, okay? Boom. Levi Strauss worked there, went to Mexico. Let me say something I'm not going to get off the path here this morning, but I'm tired of people. I'm tired of the absolute, what they're doing to my president. I'm tired of what they've done to this country, and I'm tired of what they want to continue to do. Now, I'm not picking on Blue Ridge, Georgia, or Fannin County. Got it? I'm not picking on Union County, Gilmer County. Got it? I'm not picking on you. Not doing it. Not calling you out. Not going to do it. But the facts are, all right? I could take you right now to the next generation and the next generation in these counties, and I could show you mom and dad, grandparents that worked at Levi Strauss in Fannin County, Georgia, making a pretty good living, raising their kids, doing all right. I can go down 2 generations and show you the opiate, methamphetamine, all the above pills, addiction, the destruction of our children in this area. I can go right there. NAFTA, Levi Strauss, NAFTA, Levi's is gone, damn it. Mexico, 2 generations. The same kids that their grandparents worked at the factory were now experiencing methamphetamine and opiate problems. Trump is doing everything he can to, even if he can make it a fraction better. He's the only one. I mean, damn it, it really, really angers me. I watched Ronald Reagan. I loved Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was a great president. But I watched us lose our manufacturing. I watched the terrible trade deals with Japan. I don't hate the Japanese. You did bomb Pearl Harbor, damn it. Now let's not go there. I don't hate the Japanese. But I watched them pour in their Yamahas and pour in their Suzukis and pour in their Hondas. I watched them pour them damn Toyotas as my dad called them, Toyotas. I watched them pour all them damn things in here. Donald Trump has cut an amazing trade deal with Japan. I watched the damn crayons for 89 cents up against Crayola, whether you want to talk about it or not. Crayola, Easton, Pennsylvania. Crayola crayons that we all chewed on and were afraid we were going to die, and your mom rushed you to the pediatrician because you ate a Crayola red crayon and thought you were going to die. Friggin' Crayolas, right? I watched the Chinese dump them 89 cents and the Crayolas were $1.09. I watched them. Dump them in here. I watched them steal your intellectual property. I mean, it really gets down to stuff like that, whether you want to say I'm being silly or not. You know, you take every damn school list. I see the school list, crayons for kids, right? Now, I'm not saying we need to be isolationists and not have a choice on the shelf, but just think about how many schools across America and how many kids all the way up to third grade or whatever, you know, and little kids that are, you know, on the school list is crayons. And I got to get off the damn crayon. Somebody's out there, I can hear it now, say, will you shut the hell up about crayon? I'm just making a point. Our president, if he just got a fraction better on China than we did before, a fraction better on there, he is working on an amazing trade deal with England, you know, and the trade deal's not those two damn kids. I don't give an SH asterisk about a prince whatever. I don't give a crap about those princes and Markles and whatever the hell they are. That's not the trade agreement I'm talking about. I'm glad Canada got them. You know, stay up there, you hosers. Anyhow, the point being, I have a point somewhere here, damn it. But the point being is, you know what? He's going to make Boris Johnson in the UK and the United States, he's going to make an amazing trade deal. The EU is spinning their head off because if Johnson and the UK come out of the EU as promised, and they will, and they don't collapse because, you know, oh, they're going to collapse the next day, Merkel and them don't know what to do, because if they come out in their economy and their stock market and they make a great trade deal with their cousins across the pond here in America, and after about 48 hours, they didn't crash, then you might have other countries that want out of the EU, right? They're nervous wreck. Trump and our foreign policy is setting the stage for how the world works. And guess what it's turning around? America. Once again, it's our economy that's the envy of the world. I watched the speech this morning. That's what I'm going to say. Let me tell you something. The American people have sit back. They had it. It don't matter how many lies Joe Scarborough tells. It don't matter how many times that they put that damn piece of garbage, Al Sharpton, up as as the spokesperson for Black America. It's over, folks. Game over. You can go to the Senate, Nancy, and shake like this and have articles of impeachment. It's over. America, we're woke. Is that what the brothers say? We woke. Okay. We woke. We woke on the trade. Okay. Somebody standing up for the farmers. Well, how is this going to hurt the farm? Let me tell you something. Somebody standing up for the farmers. Somebody standing up for the guy that works or the woman that works in the factory that makes parts. Okay. Somebody is standing up for you every single day. Millennials. Okay. Let me tell you what Trump said this morning. They're fact checking the hell out of him. All right. Millennials. You damn kids were sold a bill of goods that if you went to these institutional schools, these higher levels, higher level of learning institutions, state-run institutions, that you could go for all these whack job degrees and come out and get a job. No, here's what the hell they sold you, damn it. They used you. All of these national schools, these state schools, just want money. And we keep pouring money into education under the guise of supporting education. And we didn't care. When I say we, your government didn't care when you got out of school what your damn national debt was. Don't think for 1 minute they thought your national debt was a crisis. No, your national debt rolled over to some pockets on some liberal professor and deans and buildings and so forth. There was never any care about you. Let's get it straight, millennials. And guess what? You have high school students now getting out of school, not going on to college, that are making more money than you with a degree. Hey, look up the speech in Davos. Let me get back to Virginia here, okay? Because Virginia is for lovers. Is your sheriff a constitutional sheriff? Number one, is he or she a constitutional sheriff? Will they not uphold you in attacking our government? Will they uphold you and help defend you against our government? Big question this morning. What say you? Take us to break. We'll come back. I gotta get it wrapped back up. I'm unwound right now. Take us to break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show, coming to you live from Studio B. Working on some things this week. Should have them ready for next week to start intensive, very intensive interviews with candidates because we want to get that rolling. My main topic this morning, and we'll get into it, and I got a little angry. I tell you why I got a little angry is maybe I shouldn't watch this. All right, maybe I shouldn't watch this, but I think if you know, I do read articles pertaining to a lot of things, but what my number one focus I try to do is pick apart the evils of the media. That is my number one thing, is to pick apart the evils of the media. And I tell you, if you're new, let me just give you the real quick, I do it every once in a while, thumbnail sketch. Is when I was a kid, you're going to, oh, no, you were brainwashed as an early child. So when I was a kid, we would watch the news. Because in my house, you watch the news. Hi, by the way, I'm your host, BKP. In my house, you watch the news. Okay, 6 o'clock news came on or whatever. You shut up. You sit down. You watch the news. But Dad, I'm only 4. I want to go play with race cars. I don't care, kid. You sit down. You watch the news. You understand? Okay, I'll watch the news. So I'm 4 years old. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what the hell Walter Cronkite's telling me and why Walter Cronkite's telling me that, you know? So all jokes aside, when we got done with the news, then my dad would break down what they really said. I'm only 6. Shut up, kid. Let me tell you what they really said here. You see when Cronkite said this, what he really meant. Let me tell you what. So, I mean, I learned at an early age not to trust the media, let's put it that way, and that they were going a different direction than our family belief. That's the best way I can put it. The way our family sees it is not the way Cronkite sees it, or whatever. So I have, for a lifelong, have made a point to study the media and point out their corruption in any way I can. So I got a little angry because this number 34, okay, let's go here. Fox did run it. Now, the president gave an amazing speech this morning at 5:30 a.m. live, and I'm at the World Economic Forum. And I have asked you to take 30 minutes today and watch it. Now, I did not get a chance to see the questions, but here's what I did. Who's the guy at head of Davos? I'll find it out. Hold on. Hang tight. We'll see who this cat is, okay? Who is the guy why is that what I got? Oh, I know why. Sorry, folks. But anyhow, an amazing speech, okay? Now, Fox, I usually don't watch Fox in the morning. Nothing against Fox right now, but I usually don't watch Fox in the morning. But MSNBC went to split screen. CNN went to split screen. They put the president in the backdrop. They did not want their viewers to hear what the president had to say. So they did everything, MSNBC, I figure CBS, ABC, the rest of them, but MSNBC and CNN did everything to keep you, their viewers, from hearing the president's speech. It was too optimistic. They had to keep the room, that's America, focused on impeachment. In fact, how dare the president even go away knowing he won't even be in office in 2 weeks if they have their way about it? Seriously. So they kept the American people as far away from this speech as they could. Fox played it in its entirety. Now, do you have the video? It's like 1 hour, 1 hour, 12 minutes and so seconds. Can you play that from Trump if you have it set up?
How do you feel you were received? How was your speech? Very well. 1 second, ma'am.
Maybe you might ask. How well were you received?
How was the speech received, do you think?
I think it was a really statesman-like speech, giving all the answers and answering the questions we have related to the future of the economy. I personally was very impressed by the emphasis on inclusion, what has been achieved for the middle class, because it's one of the issues we want to deal with here. And I was particularly impressed by the end, because I feel we have too much pessimism and cynicism in the world, and you provided a optimistic, constructive outlook to our future.
I think that the speech was very well received. You had 200 of the biggest companies in the world in the room, plus you had numerous leaders of major countries, and I think it was very well received from everything I hear. And many of those people will be coming, making investments at a very large number, as you know, but big investments in the United States. That means jobs, it means economic development, and we're doing well. We've never done this well before, and we're going to do a lot better. Thank you very much.
Ask Klaus. Put the picture of Trump back up. Which one was it? Let's go to number 34. Ask Klaus over here. Klaus will tell you, right? Was that his name? Klaus Schwab? I don't know. Okay. Schlub. There's a real schlub. Whatever. Okay. Klaus, ask Klaus how it was handled. Trump, hey, how do you think your speech was received? I don't know. Let's ask Klaus over here what he thought. He is the executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, the guy there, Klaus. He said it was well received. There's too much pessimism in the world. It was an optimistic speech. What will you hear today from the media about this speech? Here's the one takeaway. I want to know if you are going to be told. Now, here's the thing, right? You got to listen to the speech. There you go. Big ear move. You got to listen to the speech knowing 200 of the biggest companies in the world were in the room and leaders all around the world. Trump gave these companies every reason to look at America to invest. These companies were not in a room, the heads of these companies, to get to see the president for the last time. Hey, we need to go to this thing, man. I mean, we may not see Trump for the last time. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I want you to keep, now I got a little angry earlier, and it's because of this. I want you to pay attention today on how the speech, they fact check it, try to knock it down with our president. Our president is being impeached. There's a trial for our president of the United States. But yet this man, he didn't like, you know, he doesn't live in depression. And trust me, I never make light of depression. Okay. Trust me. You know, those that know me know why. But did Trump call the front office and say, you know, I'm really depressed. We need to cancel the whole economic summit thing. I mean, they're going to be impeaching me on the same day. And how am I going to be up? And how am I going to feel good? And how am I going to be able to stand in front of 200 of the largest companies, the heads of the largest companies, and say, invest in America? How can I bring myself to do this knowing that I'm a couple weeks away from being removed from office? How can I be received? No, the guy gets on Air Force One. Let's go. Jump to it. Hop to it. Let's go. We're on our way, because we're going to give everybody there in Switzerland that's at this meeting a powerful speech to let you know why you should look at America and you should buy American. I mean, he told 200 of the largest companies that it was about the workers this time in America, that the new trade deals, he goes through the new trade deals. He basically says to these people, you come to our country, I'm setting up trade deals that's going to help you compete all around the world. Amazing speech. Watch today how dirty and corrupt the media, that's why I got angry this morning, how dirty and corrupt the media will spin that speech. Okay, here's what angered me. Let me show you what angered me. Let me find it, okay? Give me number 11. These are some of the things that really got under my skin. Is that 11? 10. God, one of these days I'll learn to count. Give me 10, 11, 10, 10, 10. Stay on 10. Please, just stay right there. Don't listen to me until, okay. What does that say on the bottom? Trump lands in Switzerland amid the start of the Senate impeachment trial. Our president is coming down the stairwell of Air Force One to step foot on foreign soil in Switzerland to give a speech, a positive, optimistic speech. You heard Klaus say it. There's too much pessimism in the world. Trump was optimistic. I loved it. It was good. It was well received. This guy goes to sell America to 200 companies and say, come do business with us. On the same day, these pieces of garbage in the Capitol are going to start impeachment hearings against the guy. Because you know what? When they do the fact check of his Davos speech today, it's right on target. His accomplishments for this country and how much he loves this country. And if you're a company out there and you want to do business, the place to come is this country, is right on target. The people around the world are scratching their head saying like, so you're impeaching this guy? I'm going to take a break. We'll be right back. We got more of this kind of stuff going on today. Where's the clock? Give me the clock for just 3 seconds. Give me the clock. Where's the clock? All right, well, I guess I don't know. What happened to the clock? Where's the clock? Okay, I guess I don't have to do that for a couple seconds. Well, wait a minute. Back and forth. All right, take a break. The clock is running. Mitch McConnell, 2 episodes of 24 coming your way. Will Jack Bauer be in the room? Let's talk about impeachment when we return.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Kick off 2020 with huge savings at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, like a new 2020 Chevy Colorado, now discounted up to $6,300. Or get a new 2020 Equinox, now discounted up to $8,400. The selection is big, and the savings are huge on every car, truck, and SUV during the 2020 kickoff sale at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, you're not going to be able to totally see this. Okay, let's see. How am I going to do this? Go like this. This is Studio B. I'm working on some things. I'm working on some different audio things. We're still working on some things. I got my video audio tech consultant is working on some changes. I told you I didn't want to do the walls till I got done with some technical things, but right behind me yesterday, so I go in the office and I go into Studio A. So I go over to Studio A and this is on the wall. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but it's Trump. Look at that flag. Okay, I don't know how well you can see that. All right. So this is on the wall, and it took me a couple minutes to just get it together. I know you want to say, so I love my president, man. I just do. All right. My president out there loves this country, and he don't care. He believes in red and yellow, black and white. I do too. We don't believe in racism. We believe in, creating jobs and in the creating. I have to fold this while we're talking, so just relax. So I was just like, whoa. And I am so appreciative. Now, if the individual says that I can, I'm not going to. If the individual says I can give the name, rank, and serial number of where I got this flag, I will. Until then, it'll just be someone very special to me that I can't tell them how much. Words can't. This is going to be on the damn wall. That's what I'm trying to get out. I hope you saw that. So, and it may be offensive to some. 9:05. Now, let me just go back. Here's our president, number 34. He's in Davos, Switzerland, okay? And our president of the United States is giving an amazing. And what I just said before we went to break, because I'm going to wrap this up today, because what upsets me is within 24 hours, okay, in the 24 hours you're hearing about the Senate trial, I don't care. Within 24 hours, a rally in this country to protect our Second Amendment rights took place. A media tried to incite a riot at said rally. In 24 hours, a Senate trial is starting to take place to remove. Now, remember, the first one, the 2 articles of impeachment, okay? You could be listening to all the hype on Alan Dershowitz and this one and that one and listening to the TV media spin on everything. Do I think the president will be removed? No, I do not. But let's remember, this is the removal from office phase. This is the trial. This is where he could be removed within 24 hours. This is going to start. And the president of the United States is on the world stage. And I'm interested. I asked you earlier, we went to Klaus, okay? We played the video. The guy that's head of the World Economic Forum, Klaus. And 200 companies, the world's largest companies, were in the room when Trump just gave the most amazing economic speech saying, hey, you should be doing business in our country. And the media doesn't even tell you, all right? And I told you what got me upset. Hold on, I got to have some coffee. I mean, I don't want this kind of pressure on me. You got it? Could you hear me slurping? There you go. And you ask why I'm upset, because this is what I see on TV this morning as my president of the United States, number 10, is getting to Davos, Switzerland, okay? This is what I see on my TV, all right, this morning. Why am I upset? Trump lands in Switzerland amid start of Senate impeachment trial. Now, did they impeach him? Let's see. Did Nancy impeach him? Was he somewhere in the world last time? Was he at the G8? Was he over there with Boris Johnson? Huh. Does it seem like every time the president goes somewhere, we try to embarrass him on the world stage here at home? Let me show you another one, okay? Here's our president. He's getting off there, okay? And this is what I have to see this morning. I have to see, hold on the news. I got something here I thought I had here. Here's what I got to see. Polling data. Now, MSNBC, they're running with this morning, okay? Go to number 31. CNN poll. Now, at 1 o'clock today, CNN has credibility. At 2 o'clock, they have no credibility. At 3 o'clock, they have, credibility again. At 3:45, they have no credibility. I mean, I'm just saying it jokingly. CNN has zero, if any, credibility, but MSNBC will run their poll because they're all in cahoots together. So you got, should Senate vote to remove Trump from office? Well, there's 51%. Yes, absolutely. CNN poll, 51% say Trump should be removed. Okay. This is the removal phase. Okay. They report this as the majority of Americans. Now, you and I know I have not received a phone call asking me if I support removing the president of the United States. Now, I didn't pull up the sample on this for the question, but I'm sorry to say the people they are calling does not even understand what the hell is going on. You're never going to convince me that the people that are picking up the phone even keep up with or understand what the hell is going on. Hey, you think Trump should be removed from office? Yeah, I hear they're building him a new one. They call it the Oval. So you really don't know anything about it? No, I don't know a thing about this. But yeah. The guy should be removed from office. If he doesn't like the chair, get him a new one. Okay, we're going to put you down as removal from office. That's silly. Sometimes you think, well, you're being really silly. No, I'm not. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. This is nowhere near accurate. They're running it everywhere. ABC, CBS, NBC, everywhere's running this poll this morning. When on a day that the president is talking to 200 of the largest companies in the world to do what? Say, come to America. It's a great place to work and live and play. To do what? Provide jobs for you, the American people. No way. Stop with the whole jobs thing, Trump. I'm tired of it. Okay, stop. Stop with the boss giving me a raise. I don't care if it's $1 an hour. I don't care. Stop with all that. You need to go, Jack, because I know there's little Ukrainians in the world that didn't get their blankets and their bullets over there because you held it up because of Hunter. You got to go. Stop with all the other stuff. Holy mackerel. Common sense has left the building. This is why I got angry this morning. Number 32, my president's on the world stage, and he is presenting an optimistic view of America. I mean, most people, I'm going to tell you, would be so depressed, like, I don't know if I want to go. Find me some socks. I put one on and sit there for a minute. You know the day where you put one sock on and you just sit there for a little while. What are you doing? I ain't up for going. I'll put the other sock on in a minute. But no, this guy, I mean, he's being impeached with bogus, phony, garbage charges. And now they want you to believe that Parnas is very reputable. His first cousin should be named Avenatti. Parnas is so, we need him. And we need the mustache. We got to have John Bolton, the mustache in there. All right. I got to take a drink of coffee. Now, you need to climb back off my back. You understand? Or get off my back, or however the hell it goes. Now, here's number 32. Let's go with 32. Do I have 32 up already? Okay, here's 32. Should the Senate trial include testimony from new witnesses? 69% say yes. 26% say no. CNN poll, 51% say Trump should be removed. This is what I got up. Look at it. It's 4:06 in the morning. We're getting ready to have a speech in an hour and a half from the President of the United States in Switzerland. This is what I got to see, right? 69%. Yes, there should be witnesses. Oh, yeah, you got to always call in the witnesses. Hello, how are you? I'm taking a poll today. The president's going to be impeached week from Tuesday. Okay, give me some details here. Well, we got a couple witnesses that come forward, and they got some information. What do you think? Oh, hell, you got to bring in the witnesses. Who the hell wouldn't bring in the witnesses? There are witnesses in my trial. I thought you would say that. So we're going to check you down as needing witnesses. Hell, yeah. If you ain't got no witnesses, and how can you claim he did anything with no witnesses to it? They have no idea what they're talking about. Let's take a brief break, and we'll come right back after these messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Ready. That's my ready. Let's go. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. And I had to take a little break there, regroup on a couple things. Now, Thursday on this network, FYNTV.com, we will be broadcasting live. I think it starts at 5 o'clock, Sam said. I'm not for sure. I'll double check, but I think it starts at 5 o'clock. But we will have a live broadcast, and then it'll be on YouTube, and it's called The State of the County and City. I'm pretty sure the state of the county is Lumpkin and the city is Dahlonega. That report will be given at the Chamber of Commerce 5 o'clock Friday. We will bring that to you live on FYNTV.com. So the other night, let me get this. I did this twice. I'm telling you, I love this. So I told you here in studio, but we're working on some things. So I got a guy coming in that's going to be doing some audio changes so we can make it some changes, okay, technically. We wanted to run a couple weeks, do some testing, and then we're going to make some changes technically. And I don't want to really put the stuff on the wall yet behind me until that happens, because this is my studio, all right? Studio A, we have big plans for it throughout the year, so I have to pack up every time I'm done with Studio A and move. So this is my studio, and this is where I will be 75% of the time. Okay, yesterday I think I was at Studio A because I had Congressman Doug Collins on the show, and that's where we do that. Anyhow, so I went to I went to Lumpkin County Chamber of Commerce dinner Friday night, and they had a silent auction there, and we support our local chambers, but I'm looking for things on the wall here, and this I could not leave. Now I showed you the flag earlier, but I showed you this at like 8 a.m. Hi, I'm over here. This is the Rat Pack. Okay, I won't keep it up there. Going to put it. It will be Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, and Joey Bishop. The Sands in Vegas. That will be on the wall here in the next 2 or 3 days. Anyhow, okay, so getting back Mitch McConnell says, look, you've got 24 hours. You got two 12-hour shots. This guy here, they are mad as hell. I mean, they are mad. Let me go through here. Let's go through. Where is it at? Let's go to number 15. So Chuck U. Schumer, okay, Chuck U. Schumer, Senator Schumer, I will be offering amendments to address the many flaws in organizing resolution. All right, so he comes out, and let's go to number 16. This is his statement. Senator McConnell repeatedly promised senators, the public, and the press that his rule for the trial would be the same rules for President Clinton's trial. Well, first of all, if all of a sudden everything that comes out of their mouth, do you know that the two articles, let's be clear here, okay? How do you say this in a delicate way? All right. I don't know that you do. Let's be clear. The president is accused of no crimes. There's two articles of impeachment. All right. Obstruction of Congress. And what's the other one? I can't even remember, but there's two articles of impeachment. No crime. Okay. Abuse of power. Abuse of power, okay, which I've been accused of. Big deal. No crime. And I say that because you do realize that Bill Clinton, whether you wanted to impeach him or not, was accused in his impeachment Senate trial and convicted of a felony. You do know that the Arkansas State Bar in New York or whatever, Clinton, he doesn't care. He doesn't want to practice law, but they pulled his law license. A felony. Now, let me just say this, okay? This is not going to go well, but you send your 23-year-old daughter. I go to political things all the time, and I see these kids run around, okay? And they're starry-eyed. Let me say this, okay? They're starry-eyed. I go to things, and you got senators and congressmen, and you got young ladies, okay? Now, the majority of senators and congressmen, they act right, okay? But you have these young ladies, and they're starry-eyed. Don't get mad at me. And the men are, too. They're starry-eyed. That of the power and everything, and they're working for a congressman, and they get all excited, and you send your kids off to work for these powerful people, and this one particularly the president, and you don't expect the president of the United States to prey on your daughter or your child that's 23 years old. You don't suspect that. You're hoping that they can be just have a little more, be kind of decent. So you keep Clinton and you keep hearing the trial. Let's remember Clinton, and this young lady in the Oval Office, all right, we'll leave it at that. Clinton had felony criminal charges. Clinton looked at the American, forget this impeachment, all right? He went on camera and he said, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I did not. Because that's what Hillary told me. Hillary told me to look in this camera and tell you, the American people, that your president, Bill Clinton, did not have sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky. There you go. Lie on camera to the American people. And no matter if you thought Clinton should have been impeached or not, whatever, there's no comparison. You got it? No comparison. There's no comparison to calling witnesses. You do know what a witness is, right? What was her name? Linda Tripp? What was the dress? The blue dress? You do know there was a time when witnesses meant I witnessed it, and evidence meant I actually have the evidence. So, resolution, it's clear Senator McConnell is hell-bent on making it much more difficult to get witnesses and documents, and intent on rushing the trial through on something as important as impeachment. Senator McConnell resolution is nothing short of a national disgrace. National disgrace. So let's not get angry about what a real national disgrace is. I have told you code words: cover up, cover up, cover up. That's all they have. We'll go into that later, but okay. Then we're watching for witnesses. He needs 4. So this is, I'm telling you what really got me angry this morning, worked up. Let's go to number 17, Lamar Alexander on organizing resolution for impeachment trial. The resolution I am supporting guarantees a vote on whether we need additional evidence at the appropriate time. What evidence, man? What evidence do you need? That Joe Biden's a crook? What evidence do you need? That Hunter Biden's a crook? What evidence do you need? That Hillary Clinton is a crook and the Ukrainians actually worked with the Democrats? What evidence you need, man? My God. Let me tell you, it's not playing for the American people. Now, we always have to have this guy here. Here is what upsets Republicans, okay? Number 18. We go into the reasons why Donald Trump was elected. It's because Democrats, I hope you're doing the same thing right now, but Donald Trump was elected because people like myself, how do I put this to not come back and haunt me? People like myself, we got tired of no other choice. So we had to pretend like John McCain was going to be a conservative if we got him elected. The Mac is back. That gave us heartburn, but we had to. We had to go out there. We had to carry the water. We ended up with Sarah Palin that got us a little close, whether you want to believe it or not. Palin's the only reason McCain came even that close. But it bothers us Republicans, or people that vote Republican, that we had a day that we actually felt John McCain, or we pretended this was our guy and we were supporting him. We cringed on that one. That was tough. That was a tough pill to swallow. So then we flipped over and we got this guy for the next candidate. So you got Mitt Romney. Every time we see his face, let me just say this, it's got nothing to do with the statement he wrote on Trump right before the election when he came out, remember? It's got nothing to do with so much of that stuff. It's got a lot to do with me, I don't know about you, of thinking, okay, this guy and Paul Ryan, serenity now. Hold on. Where's the nitro? To say every time we see this guy and Paul Ryan together, we think we pretended this should be the president. We had no other choice. Oh, it's easy to figure out why Trump's president. Senator Mitt Romney on organizing resolution for impeachment trial. We had to go to Mitt. I have made it clear to my colleagues, crystal clear, and the public, that the Senate should have the opportunity to decide on witnesses following the opening arguments as occurred in the Clinton trial. The organizing resolution includes this step and overall is aligned closely with the rule package approved 100-0 during Clinton's trial. If attempts are made to vote on witnesses prior to opening argument, I would oppose those efforts. Now, I think the very first thing that Mitch McConnell, we've said it, should do is enter a motion of dismissal and make Republicans go on record. Let me tell you another reason let me tell you the reason in the House, the difference in the House and the Senate, and where this gets gray and you're not as happy with because let's just say this, although Senator David Perdue from Georgia, let's give him as an example, will come out and very strongly support the president, it's not as strong as Doug Collins. And why? Now remember this, in the House of Representatives, your representatives are elected, and a lot of them within the country are in what's called safe zones. So if Doug Collins goes on TV, and I'm not saying that's the only reason he does it, if he goes on TV and he blasts Jerry Nadler and Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats 7 days a week as hard as he can, he could do that because the 9th District is yelling, "Go, Doug, go." These senators are running statewide. They run statewide. So 9th District now becomes 4th District, now becomes 7th District. It becomes 14th. You have to run across your state. These senators have a different road to travel to win re-election than a congressman. They just do, okay? Some of these congressmen are very vulnerable. There's a lot of them that can go out there and just roar as loud as they want. Senators cannot. They have to be careful. And there's some fearful senators that they may lose. And there's a play here in the Senate to make it look like a cover-up, hopefully to try to win control of the Senate. So what the political message will be for re-election in the House members, what the political message will be for the President of the United States, may be a total different political message for senators. You may have senators out there saying, well, you know, I couldn't make a judgment on voting against the president because there's such a cover-up. They covered it up. They got it to the Senate, and Mitch McConnell covered it up. Mitch McConnell could lose Kentucky. We'll see. So that being said, all right, White House announced impeachment team number 30. I'll make sure we get this. Let's start this way. Okay, who is the top of the impeachment team? House Republicans joined Trump legal team expected to serve as outside advisors and surrogates. Who's the top? Doug Collins. Now, yesterday we asked, and let's go with Doug Collins, Representative Mike Johnson, Representative Jim Jordan, Representative Debbie Lesko, Mark Meadows from North Carolina, John Ratcliffe from Texas. I don't remember where Elise Stefanik is from. Amazing. She did an amazing job. New hero. And Lee Zeldin. Okay. These representatives are like honorary members, but they are listening to and counseling with the president's legal team because they know what happened in the House. They have the details. And they know which direction shift's going to go, and they know what their people are going to try to bring out and bring into play. So they are an integral part, but they're also very good on the TV. You will not have, in the next 3 days, Doug Collins was on Fox and Friends this morning. You will probably not have the president's legal team look political and run to the cameras every day for the next 10 days. You probably won't. Maybe, I don't know. These will be the people that will run to the camera and break down what happened that day, what happened. I mean, this is the OJ trial. They're going to run to all the networks and all the cameras and break down everything that took place and how well and try to convey to you how well the Republicans did and how poor the Democrats did in presenting their case. So these are the ones. Now, I want to say this because I want to take one more break and then I want to wrap up for the day. Congressman Doug Collins was on the show, and if you're watching nationally, he is our congressman in the 9th District of Georgia. And I asked him yesterday, are you going to run for Senate? Well, one, he did not close the door. He's not made up his mind. He did not say no. So right now, as we speak this morning, there's still a possibility that Congressman Doug Collins will run for office. Now look where he's at. You're not on the impeachment team. You're not a member of it if the president didn't greenlight it. Now, it may be a coincidence. They may be going in alphabetical order. I don't know. But look where Collins is at, front and center, man. Top left. Well, we just went in alphabetical order. I got it. Okay. All right. I'm not stupid. Not all that bright, but I'm sorry. I shouldn't use words like that. I would be in trouble if my mom heard me. Let's just say this, though. But there's two things going to happen here. The President of the United States likes Congressman very much. If, and let me just throw a big if out here, if the President of the United States, because yesterday, if you listen to my interview, Collins said he had been talking to the President. If the President of the United States asked him not to enter the race, to split the vote or whatever, and take that chance, if that's happening, watch and see what kind of job Collins gets within the administration. See, I think Collins is okay no matter what. Let's say he runs for Senate and loses. President's going to bring him immediately in the next. You're not going to forget about it. He's not going to be some congressman that left his seat, ran for Senate, lost, and now it's like you're doing a show. Where are they now? And what's Collins doing now? Well, he's back to cutting grass in Gainesville. No, There's a couple things. Let me go here, and then I want to talk directly. I want to close up on the impeachment. Let me go here. If Congressman Doug Collins chooses to get into the race as senator, remember, it will be with the support of the President of the United States. Well, wait a minute. You think he's going to tweet? No. Behind closed doors. Okay, remember this, okay? Remember this. The President of the United States encouraged nicely Governor Brian Kemp to pick Collins. Remember? There was an encouragement. We encourage you to do this, right? Jim Jordan came out and said, hey, why don't you do this? But the President of the United States, we understand, asked Governor Brian Kemp to appoint Doug Collins. Remember? He didn't. So it seems like at one time, the president thought that Collins should be the senator. Just saying. Now, yesterday on this show right here, this very show, he said he's talking to the president. He threw that out there. He's talking to the president. Now, there's three things going to happen. If Collins puts his name in the hat, you need to know if there's no tweet, if there's nothing verbal or nothing put out, leaked, whatever, you need to know the day Doug Collins announces to run for Senate, the president has endorsed him. If he walks into the Oval Office, he sits down and says, Mr. President, I'm going to do this. And the president says, no, Doug's not going to do it. Congressman Collins is not going to do it, is my opinion. But if the president says, look, Congressman, you've worked hard and you deserve it. And if you want to go home and run, I can't stand in your way and won't stand in your way. Then remember, the day he announces, he will be endorsed by the president. Oh, absolutely. Whether you hear it audibly or in a tweet or whatever, he will be endorsed. Second, the day he announces, he will have a fallback. So if for some reason he runs across the state of Georgia and loses, look for him to be in the president's administration. Or C, he doesn't run at all, and when he sits down with the president, he says, look, let's get this over with, and maybe you can be chief of staff, take over from Mulvaney, or I can give you a bigger job inside where, maybe you can go out and talk to the press for me every day, and everywhere I stand, you get to stand next to me. All right, so I won't be a representative, but everywhere you go and the lights and cameras are on, I can stand next to you. Yep. Collins will be okay, no matter what. Let's take a break and we'll come back with impeachment.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business, and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. We only got about 15 minutes here. Let's go back to number 30. We were talking about a minute ago. White House announced impeachment team. Okay, so there you go. That's the impeachment team. They will be coming to the camera and talking to the TV anchors on each and every show. And number 12 also, let's go to 12. MSNBC put it up there. There you go. Congress, the impeachment trial of Donald Trump, number 12 there. MSNBC got in on it. ABC, CBS, all the above. Now, I can't stand CNN. Sometimes I can't stand MSNBC, but I watch the graphics they make, okay? The graphics that they make to bring in a news story. So number 33, this is their graphic. It says, if you look on the bottom, it says 1 a.m., okay? 1 a.m. Pacific time, 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. The very first thing, the impeachment trial of Donald J. Trump. Now, CNN took about 22 minutes to mention not Charlottesville. Sorry about that, folks. They took about 22 minutes to mention this. Look at 4:20 a.m., go to number 20, of Richmond. At 20 minutes after the hour, you can see there on the bottom of the screen, Virginia gun rights rally ends peacefully. Heavy police presence amid fears of extreme violence. Fears. Now, why are we, Second Amendment, freedom of speech? What did somebody say the other day, or what do people say? The only reason there's a Second Amendment is so if you violate my First Amendment. But my right to bear arms, okay? Why am I looked at as possibly violent? Extreme violence, fear of extreme violence. Why did you actually feel that we would show up? I did not go, but we, the Second Amendment crowd, why do you actually feel we would show up in fits of rage and violence and not show up just to show a large group of solidarity to say, we're not going to accept what you're doing. You're not going to take our guns. You're not going to continue this without a fight. And a fight can be on many different levels. I think yesterday, the 25,000, 22,000 that showed up in the bitter cold, first of all, it was bitter cold, that showed up and traveled there from across the country some. Virginia will go red. I think yesterday the shot that was heard right there is the re-election of Donald J. Trump. Number 21, when government threatens the Second Amendment. Number 21, you can see the flags in the crowd. Number 22, okay, we are here to represent the right to bear arms. We know guns save lives. We know that's what happened in Texas, right, at the church. There are peaceful protesters as the police are around the barricades. Number 23, okay, Richmond gun owner Manny Vega, okay. He's a gun owner wearing his camo, looks like he served his country, has guns strapped on him. Okay, they are hoping these people break out any minute. Number 24, Virginia gun rights ends peacefully. Heavy police presence amid fears of extreme violence. They wanted these people to look, see the guns? They wanted you to know that their police presence, they want the people of Virginia to know that Ralph Northam should be a hero, that he deterred and he stopped the extreme violence that was definitely about to happen. There's no way we could assemble 25,000 people with guns and not open up to shoot each other. Well, hell, how in the world do we do that? No violence whatsoever. We even picked up the trash, number 25, okay? 25, there's Reggie Bowles, Richmond gun over. Happens to be a black guy. It ended peacefully. It's like they talked them down. It ended peacefully. where I'm going with this is it did not end peacefully. It started peacefully. You got it? It didn't end peacefully. It started peacefully. 22 to 25,000 people showed up, never intending to harm anybody, never intending to throw their trash on the ground. Just go look at some of those liberal rallies, the trash, okay? They showed up, never intended. These people, I have been to things much like this. They went home with all kinds of new friends. They're all friends. And probably now you've got Ralph Northam, and you got the FBI and all these people probably scouring through, okay? Now, if you went to this yesterday, I guarantee you they have you on face recognition. What? Yeah, all those things hanging up on them poles. If you went yesterday to this rally, I will guarantee you they're scouring through all of your information. Oh, yeah. It did not end peacefully. It started peacefully. We are peaceful people with only one thing that we request is our Second Amendment right, and you don't touch it. And we know what could solve your problems with violence, violent people that use a gun. Guns don't cause violence. Let's go to number 26. Heavy police presence amid fears of extreme violence. I think we should demand Ralph Northam release his intel. Hey, the Democrats did that to Trump. They all stood and demanded that Trump release the intel, right? I think we should demand that he release the intel, okay? Look at here, number 28. Alleged members of neo-Nazi group arrested. 2 accused of planning to attend rally with machine guns. Accused, alleged. You see, they had to make a couple arrests out front. And then they had to have it end peacefully. As they were looking for extreme violence to take place. Number 28, Virginia gun rights rally ends peacefully, right? Here's these 3 guys in court arrested, hauled them right in, right? Hang tight. I want to wrap up. Let's see what I got here. Number 6. Let's finish up the pictures. Number 6. Trump to speak at World Economic Forum. There's the President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, landing in Davos, Switzerland. Okay. Here's one. Number 7. Giuliani Associates Parnas. Parnas is a liar. A liar. Giuliani Associate Parnas asked Attorney General Barr to recuse himself. Really? This is what they're going to help spin to get Barr. This is what they're going to ask for a special counsel. Whoa. Wait a minute. What if the Democrats cry special counsel again? Anyhow. Number 8. We need him to recuse himself. This one, let me get this. Number 13, Trump legal team urges Senate to acquit. Okay, and I think they should. Number 14, impeachment resolution shortens opening arguments to 2 days per side. Look, you're going to get 12 hours. They're mad. Okay. Why does it start at 1 o'clock? Because that's when the judge gets off lunch break. It's true. The judge has to go over and do his little judge stuff in the morning, okay? Roberts. All right? The backstabbing Roberts. So the judge has to go over to the Supreme Court, do his little judge stuff in the morning. Then he takes an early lunch, 11 to 1, has a sandwich, maybe some soup. Then he walks across the street at 12:45 to the Senate, and he puts on his little robe, and then he does his judge stuff for the Senate. So it can't start till 1 o'clock. So it's going to start at 1 and it's going to go to 1 in the morning. And they're mad because you may not interrupt The Bachelor or Dancing with the Stars or whatever the hell you watch. Or some kid riding a bicycle and the wheel comes off and he falls and rolls down a hill. Whatever the hell you watch. Well, you may not interrupt that at 9 o'clock tonight. You may go out to the movies. You may go out to dinner because you don't care. 1 to 1 a.m. And then the next day, 1 to 1 a.m. That's all you get. Lay your case out. So get ready, America. Congressman Doug Collins said the first 2 days will be the Democrats' best 2 days because they will lie, cheat, steal, tell everything. They will make stuff up. And the American people will be like, they'll try to convince the American people like, oh my God. And then the next 2 days, the case will come apart. I think senators, after hearing the 2 days, will come out and say, we don't have a need for witnesses. That could just turn this thing into a circus, all right? Because there'll be a dare. I've told you all along. I've got 3 minutes. I told you all along. I don't believe Democrats want witnesses. Let me go to the next one. Schumer, number 15. An absolute piece of garbage we talked about. I don't have time for the other ones. Let's see, make sure I'm not leaving anything out. This is probably one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time because I know you don't like it, but you know, Bernie's an old Jew, number 11. I know you get mad, okay? But the guy's an old Jew, okay? He's an old Jew. And it looks like these two old guys are ordering soup at a deli, right? Look at this picture, man. I mean, stop and think of these people being on the stage giving, if Trump is not there, you got to go listen to that speech. And as you listen to the speech, you heard it here. You got to understand there's 200 of the world's largest companies in the audience. And most of the world leaders, okay? It's a real who's who. And the president of the United States gives like 28 minutes of this is why you should bring your jobs to America. This is what we're doing, and this is what we're going to continue to do. And we're great, and we don't want you offended, but we're great. There you go. Could you see one of these two over there this morning doing a 30-minute, 15-minute of how we had to capitulate to Iran and kiss their ass, and how we had to get back in the Paris Climate Accord, and we had to save the planet from climate change. Could you see these guys over there? Now, Bernie would be over there in Davos giving a speech of how climate change is going to end the entire economy of the world, and we have to take the wealth of the world and give it away. He would be giving that. Biden would be over there a little different. He would be giving a globalist speech, and as soon as he got off, he'd be going to the cocktail party saying, what's in it for me? I'm serious. Two old guys. Here's what happened. Sanders apologized to Biden for supporters' op-ed. A supporter sent an op-ed, said Biden is crooked. Sanders wanted it out there that he's crooked, and then he walked it back and blamed it on somebody. That's how it works. Favorite picture of the morning right here at 9:59, number 5 from the Richmond, Virginia Second Amendment pro-gun rally. Peaceful, started peacefully, was organized peacefully, ended peacefully, no gum wrappers on the ground. And here is law enforcement supporting the Second Amendment. Because don't forget, if you have somebody, if you need to ask your sheriff if they are a constitutional sheriff. You have to ask anyone running for the office of constitutional sheriff. You need to remember, we're not looking for law enforcement to help us attack the government. We're looking for law enforcement to help us when the government comes after you, baby. Take us a break. No, break. Yeah, we'll call it break because we're going to be back at 8 a.m. in the morning. It's just a break. Take us out of here. I'll see you in the morning. Thank you for watching. BKP.